All right, in today's karate class, we're going to start by doing our normal warm-up, and then we're going to do some horse stance punching. After that, we're going to work on our blocks, specifically the inside-outside block, outside-inside block. We're going to work front stances. After that, we're going to work on our one-step hand techniques, number 6, 7, 16, 17, 26, 27. And we're going to review the parts of the form that we've already learned. For most of you, it'll be the whole form. For the advanced students, we're going to work on we'll review the first 3 parts of the form, and we'll teach the other parts later this week. And then we're going to work on our self-defense techniques for the advanced members. After that's over, I do have a challenge for everybody. It's bringing back an old challenge that we did before and change it just a little bit, make it a little more exciting, a little bit better. All right, as usual, we're going to start off with 25 jumping jacks. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Good. Now lay down on your stomachs. Now we're going to do 10 push-ups. Put your hands right by your side. Put your feet down. Pull your toes back. Get ready. Push up. Say 1. Back down. 2. And down. 3. Down. 4. Down. 5. Down. 6. Down. 7. Down. 8. Down. 9. Down. Last one, 10. Hold it there. And down. Great. Now stand up. Now we're going to work on punching from our horse stance. So step out into a ready position. Chumbi, good. Put your feet double shoulder width apart. Pull your hands back, double chamber. Bend both your knees. Remember, both hands have to be ready to be used. Start with your left hand out. Good. Now I'm going to say go, and I want you to punch. Ready? 1, Tia. 2, Tia. 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait for me. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now keep it there. Bend your knees. Now we're going to do 2 punches. I'm going to say go. You're going to say Tia, Tua. Go. Tia, Tua. Go. 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 Tia, Tua. Go. 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 Last one, bend your knees. Go. Tia, Tua. Now we're going to do 3 punches. You're going to say Tia, Tua, Asa. Just like that. Does this hand should be out? Bend your knees. Ready? Go. Tia, Tua, Asa. Make sure your hand's chambered. Go. Tia, Tua, Asa. Go. Bend your knees. Last one. Go. Nice job. Come back to attention. Now we're going to work on an inside-outside block. Inside-outside block in Korean is anaso, pakuro, maki. So we're going to say each word separately. Say anaso, pakuro, maki. Good. Now say anaso, pakuro. Now add the word maki. Now try to say all 3 together. Anaso, pakuro, maki. Your turn. Anaso, pakuro, maki. Good. All right. So an anaso, pakuro, maki is an inside to outside block. When we say inside to outside, we're talking about inside of our shoulders to outside of our shoulders. So if I had both hands in, both my hands inside of my shoulders would look like this, and then both hands outside of my shoulders would look like this, right? And that's essentially each one of those separate from each other is an inside-outside block. All right, so let me show you how this works. Step out, get in your ready position, feet apart, hands down. Now, what I want you to do, let's start in a horse stance. Bend your knees, pull both hands back, double chamber. Or start with an X shape. We're going to do an X so that both arms are up. Now, all we have to do is decide which arm we're going to use. So the arm that's on the outside of the chamber, right, the one closer to me right now, right, should be the one that comes up and over. So let's use our left hand. Bend your knee, block with left hand, say Tia. Your backhand chambers, it pulls back tight and is ready to be used. And this hand is straight up and down, just like this. Don't go out far. Don't come in too close. It should be almost straight up and down, maybe a little bit farther away, but not completely straight, not really far, like a little normal bend. All right, so make an X. Let's use the same hand again. Say Tia. Good. Make an X. Tua. One more time. Bend your knees. Say Asa. Good. Now put the other hand, all right? The right hand now is going to go on the outside. When the right hand is on the outside, that's the hand that we block with. And chamber back. So put your right hand back and say Tia. Now bend your knees. We're going to do that 3 times. Make an X. Say Tia. Make an X. Tua. A little fast. Remember, you're protecting the side of your face. Ready? Asa. Good. Now switch hands. Say Tia. Switch hands. Tua. Other side. Tia. Other side. Tua. One more. Asa. Good. So the hand that's out right now is your left side. Tap your left leg. Actually, let's go back to ready position. All right. Take your left leg. Step forward into a front stance. Bend your knee. Look straight forward. Make your X. Now block with the same hand again. The left. Say Tia. And pull back in the chamber. Now you're going to make an X. Because we're going to step forward. Use the other side. Say Tua. Now make an X. Step forward. Say Tia. Make an X. Step forward. Say Tua. That's perfect. All right. So now we're going to walk back. We're going to do it 4 more times. Make sure you take small steps right now. In the house, I know that you don't have a lot of room, so we want to make sure we conserve our space and don't take too big of a steps. So make an X. Left hand on the outside. Step forward left, say Tia. Make an X. Tua. Make an X. Tia. One more. Tua. Good. And like with most of our blocks that we do, we want to block with the right part of our bone so that it has the best possible chance of working. So this time we hit with the inside bone called the radial bone. All right. And that bone is what comes over across. Make sure you don't block with your hand. Your hand could get moved out of the way or bent out of the way, but the bones in your arm should not be bent or moved out of the way when you protect. So make sure your arm is high enough to be the part that protects your head. Now we're going to work on the outside-inside block. The outside-inside block in Korean is called Pakuso Anoro Maki. Pakuso Anoro Maki. All right, so try to repeat after me. We'll do one word at a time. Say Pakuso Anoro Maki. Good. Now let's put the first two together. Say Pakuso Anoro, then add the word Maki. Good. Now let's try to say it all together. Pakuso Anoro Maki. All right, say it. Pakuso Anoro Maki. Good. Pakuso Anoro Maki. Good. So outside and inside block works the opposite of the inside outside, right? We come from the outside of our shoulders and we move to the inside. This protects things that are coming straight at your face or in towards your head, or maybe coming from an inside to outside motion, and we want to block inward. So outside and inside blocks mainly to our face and for things directly in front of us. So let me show you how that works. So we're going to step out in a ready position. All right. Let's start in a horse stance. Bend your knees. All right. In a horse stance, let's use your left hand first to make a fist. Touch your ear. This arm, all right, your hand is here. Your elbow is going to come in. And after your elbow comes in, your arm is going to go out away from your face as it twists and it kind of snaps in front of you. If somebody were punching directly at me, I would take my hand and snap it straight across. So touch your ear. Remember, it's your arm, your whole arm, your elbow and your whole arm and your hand away from your block. Ready, Tia? Good. Bend your knee. Let's do it 3 times. Ready, Tia? Good. Go back. Bend your knees. Tua. One more time. Touch your ear. Asa. Good. Now let's chamber that. Let's use the other hand. Touch your ear. Remember, elbow and hand inward. You can do that. And pull back. Now stay looking at me. Bend your knees. Say Tia. Good. Tua. Good. Bend your knees. One more time. Remember, elbow comes in. Keep your wrist straight, but snap it across. Ready? Asa. So now switch back and forth. Start with this hand. Say Tia. Touch your ear. Say Tua. Touch your ear. Say Tia. Touch your ear. Say Tua. Touch your ear. Say Asa. Now we have the left hand out. Tap your left leg. Actually, let's start from ready position. All right. Tap your left leg twice. That leg is going to step forward in a front stance. Make sure you take small steps. Touch your ear. And from here, go outside and inside block. Say Tia. Other hand, step forward. Look at me. Say Tua. Remember, make sure it's here. Some people start to come inside, outside again. Touch your ear. Step forward. Say Tia. Bend your knee. Last one. Say Tua. Good. Just like that. Now walk back. We're going to do 4 more with a little bit faster. All right. Start from your right position. Left side. Step forward. Say Tia. Chamber your hand. Step forward. Say Tua. Make sure it's still chamber. Hand up. Tia. Tua. Good. And like with most of our blocks, when we do those blocks, we want to make sure we block with the right part of the arm for it to work. All right. The right part of the arm would be the ulna bone, the ulnar. We're going to bring that bone across. So make sure that it's not your hand that's even with your face. If you're protecting against your face, you don't want your hand there because the hand will bend or move out of the way. We want the whole entire arm to be in the way to pull straight across. So make sure your arm is high enough whenever you do those blocks. Now we're going to work on front stances, making sure that your front stance works the way it's supposed to. The main thing we need to do when we work on a front stance is to make sure that our feet are facing the same way. For most normal positions that most people would stand in, your feet would be facing the same direction. All right. Our tension position, step out into ready position, right? Same thing, your feet should be forward. If they've tilted out to the side, this isn't the best place to stand. This actually isn't the most stable way to stand. If you want to be more stable, right? You would turn your feet and make sure they face the same way. This is the way our body is built. And so what I want you to do is when we work with the front stances, actually, let's say it in Korean first. The front stance is called Chungkul Jase, right? Jase means stance, and Chungkul, I guess, means front. So say Chungkul Jase. Chunkle Jase. Good. So Chunkle Jase is a front stance. So obviously we want all of our strength, all of our power to be going toward the front. So to do that, we have to face all of our body parts toward the front. We want our head, our shoulders, our knees, and toes to all face the front. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to step forward and bend my knee. All right. We're only going to do probably one each side for right now. But what you're going to do is you're going to bend your knee just like this. You're going to chamber your hands so they're not in your way. All right. So if you look, the back leg is going to be straight, completely straight. I'm going to squeeze it and push, and the front knee is bent. Now, a lot of times I tell people, bend your knee farther, and people will try to bend and they'll come right back up. And I'll say, go bend your knee farther. They bend and they come right back up. If you're coming right back to the same spot, there's something that you need to fix. Typically, it's because you didn't step far enough. So making sure that your feet don't turn, see if you can move your front foot just another inch or two, just a little tiny bit more. You should now be able to bend your knee a little bit farther. That may put more pressure on your ankle or your foot and be more uncomfortable in the back. But what you want to make sure you do is when you lean forward, you leave your heels on the ground and you don't let your heel come up off the ground. A good front stance has its heel on the ground, feet straight, bend your knee just like this. All right, so now come back to a ready position. One thing I want you to note is when I do my front stances, my feet are kind of wide. They're about a shoulder width apart. When I step forward in my front stance, I don't step in front of the other foot. I don't step over at the side. I step forward directly from where I was so that my feet are still kind of wide. I still have a space down in between the two of them. Some people do thinner stances, right? They will step over to the side. They'll have their foot. They might even turn their foot to accommodate that. That's not the way I want you to start learning it right now. So what I want you to do is your feet apart. You're going to step forward, bend your knee. If you feel like you can, move your foot up just a little bit farther. Bend your knee fully. Your hands should be chambered. You should be going straight forward. Now you could really easily do any punches or techniques to the front. So make sure your knees bent, hands back. Now step back. So now take the other foot, step forward, and bend your knee. All right. So what I want you to do is check your back foot. Make sure it's not turned. If it turns at all, this is no good. So you want to make sure it's turned all the way forward. Bend your knee. Put your hands like this. If you need to go a little farther, right, you can do that. If it's too far and you want to bend your knee this way, that's good. You just don't want your feet too close together where you feel like you're bending and you're leaning over and it's throwing you off balance. If you feel like you're losing your balance, move your foot a little farther, right? We want to be stable. We want to be supported. This is supposed to be able to let us be as strong as possible front. So do a punch really hard. Punch. Tia. Good. If you feel like any of your weight was like kind of dragging you against it or stopping you from pushing, you don't have balance, right? You don't have enough support. And if this is meant to make you as strong as possible, if you don't feel as strong as you could be, change something different. Maybe move your shoulders forward at the same time as you punch. So pull your hands back. Now just bend your knee more and push with your back leg forward and punch hard. Ready? Tia. Good. Looking good. So now step back. So all we're going to do is just go back and forth for like a couple seconds at a time. All right. Take your left leg, step forward, bend your knee. Make sure your hands are chambered. Now punch, say Tia. Good. Come back. Now step forward the other side. Bend your knee. Punch. Tua. And now step back. Pull your hands back. Step forward. Say Tia. Bend your knee. Come back. Make sure you're taking a big enough step. One thing about taking a big step, don't take a big step and move your other foot with it. All right. Or let it turn. You should do one step. Nothing else turns. Ready? Tua. Looking good. All right. So remember, the front stance is called Chunkul Jase, and it's meant to push all your power and energy and strength to the front. Now we're going to do number 26, one-step sparring hand techniques. All right, let's start from ready position. All right, now the person punches at your face, all right, with their right hand. You're going to step out to the side, to the left, use your right hand, and do an inside-outside knife-handed block. Once I've blocked them and blocked their wrist, you're going to grab onto the wrist in an outside motion. I call this drawing a U. All right, when you actually do this, don't do it with your finger, but for right now, take your finger, put it up, and I want you to draw a U, go down, go under this way, and go up in the air. All right, once we do that, you're going to slide your feet together, slide towards me. The person's arm now should be twisted upside down right here. I'm going to grab on, pull it down, use the same arm to elbow strike the person. I can hold on to them while I elbow them, or you can let go and elbow them. Either way, it's going to work. Spectrum position. So when you draw that U shape, they go from a punching motion, right? And then when you draw the U shape, their wrist comes upside down this way. You put it on your shoulder and pull it tight. Once you pull it tight, that's when you can elbow them. So we're going to do that together. Step out to the side, to the right or left, block with the right, grab, Draw the U shape this way. Feet together, feet apart. Break their arm, elbow strike them. Good. Back to ready position. Let's do 3 times with me, each time going a little faster than the one before. Step out, block, grab, make a U, feet together, break, elbow. Good. Back to ready position. Step to the left. Try number 2. Go. Under, step, pull, elbow. Good. And last, full speed, go. Back to ready position. Good. That was number 26, one-step sparring, hand techniques. Now we're going to do number 27, one-step sparring, hand techniques. All right, let's start from ready position. On number 27, you're going to step back with the right side, blocking with the left. Once you block, you're going to grab onto the person's wrist. At the same time as that happens, your hand's going to come around and do a ridge hand. The ridge hand is with the fingers straight, tight together. Pull your thumb back out of the way. So we blocked and grabbed, and you're going to ridge hand. Then immediately grab the person's shoulder. Use your right leg to knee strike and land in front. All right, so back to ready position. One more time with me. Step back, block, grab. Use your right hand to ridge hand. Grab the shoulder. Right leg knee strike. Good. Back to ready position. Now we're going to do 3 times with me, each time getting a little faster than the next. Step back, block, grab, ridge hand, grab, knee. Back to ready position. Try number 2. Go. Block, ridge hand, knee strike. Good. And the last one, ready, go. Back to ready position. Good. Come to attention. And that's number 27, one-step sparring, hand technique. All right, now we're going to work on Posseye. Posseye is the 52-move long form that's normally associated with red belt. We've gone over 2 parts of it already, and what we're going to do to be able to add on the 3rd part is we're going to review what we've already gone over, and then we'll add on the new part. All right, we'll practice the new part a couple times. Once we get through the new part a couple times, I'll let you practice that. Remember, we're splitting this form up into probably 5 or maybe even 6 parts. Each time I teach it, I'm going to teach more and more. So make sure that you're following along. Make sure you're catching up. You're keeping track. We'll get there. All right, so let's all face the same direction. Put your feet together, hands by your side. Good. Start from a chumbi. Now, what you're going to do is pick your left foot up, hands low, up, and in. This is the Posseye chumbi. Now you're going to turn your feet. You're going to turn your whole body. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step with the right. Step behind with the left. Supported inside outside block. Step in the front stance. Inside outside. Inside outside. Touch your ear. Turn. Look over your shoulder. Outside inside. Inside outside. Pick your foot up. Low block. Turn to the right. Outside inside. Inside outside. Make a horse stance facing the way we first started. Spear. Then you're going to punch, block, back to a horse stance, block in a front stance. Slide your left foot heel in so the right side can step forward, center knife hand. Step forward, center knife hand. Step forward, backward. Now take your backhand low and high. Side kick, chop to the back. So that was parts numbers 1 and 2. Now we're going to add part number 3. Part number 3 is you're going to step forward, knife hand block, with the right side. The right foot is going to come back, double hand low, up, bring it in, step forward with the right again, and block. We're going to start that part over. So we just did our side kick. Our right leg is back. Our left hand is forward. The next move is step forward. 1, the right foot steps back. The right foot steps forward again. Now there's a jumping motion here that it's more of a hop than a jump. Some people, because there's a 2-handed motion, they try to do a 2-handed kind of jump, almost like a jump front kick. We're not doing that. From here, you're going to hop straight up and slightly forward. All right, so straight up and slightly forward. Now go back. So we're in the double hammer fist, low. When we jump and do the hop forward, we're going to punch twice. Left hand, right hand. So punch, punch. In fact, the faster you punch, the easier this will be. So then you're going to hop up, move forward, 2 punches. All right, so slide back your 1 step again. Do the double hammer fist. Now remember, hop, back, front, left, right. Go, punch, punch. Now open up your right hand. You're going to look over your shoulder, turn into a front stance with the right side, spear down. So make sure the left foot is out, the right hand is speared, your palm is up at a 45-degree angle. Then you're going to pull it back in a fighting stance and do it in high inside outside block with the right. The left hand does low. So it's a front, pull back, fighting, just like we did in our Pyongyang forms. Now, your foot comes back, cross your hands, and do the same move again. That should look very, very familiar. So I want you to go back. We're going to start from the side kick with the right foot. Turn, look over your shoulder. Left hand does knife hand. So the next part of this form that we're working on today is step forward, knife hand. Right foot, step back. Step forward with the right foot, double hammer fist. Jump and punch. Left, right. Open up your right hand, look over your shoulder. Right hand goes down. Right hand comes up. Feet go together. Remember to pull backward feet together. And then do the same move again. Now, it's not what you think. In the other forms, we turn and do a double inside outside block. But in this form, I want you to turn with your right leg, do an outside inside crescent kick, do a low block, cross your hand, look over shoulder and slap, use your right leg to kick, right hand does an elbow strike. If you recognize that, that's also from the same form, but it's in a different part. It's earlier. So we mixed up the order, right? So if you recognize it, that's great. But don't do it the way you're normally used to doing it. You're used to doing the 1, 2, pull separate from, that's at the end of the form and the other part's at the beginning. So let's go one more time. The right leg does the side kick. Left side does the center knife hand block this way. So we step forward right, step back right foot, step forward right foot, jump and punch with the right foot in front. Turn, right hand does the spear, but the left foot is out. Pull back to a fighting stance. Feet go together. Do it again. Now the right leg does an outside inside crescent kick. Low block. Slap the other direction. Do a kick and an elbow strike. All right, so that's the end of part number 3. We've actually gotten really close to the end. I am going to split up the last 2 parts into 2 pieces because the next part can be a little confusing if you're not ready for it yet. So your challenge, or your goal right now is to go back, rewatch this video, and make sure you can get through all that part of the form by Thursday. All right, so you need to know by Thursday. Thursday's video, I'm going to teach part number 4, maybe Friday. Anyway, one of these days, pretty soon, I'm going to teach you the 4th part, but you have to know the 3rd part because the 4th part will confuse you if you're not ready for it. All right, so go back, practice, make sure that you know all 3 parts of the form that we've done so far. Good luck. Now we're going to do number 28 self-defense techniques. Remember, these set, everybody's on the ground, so we're going to have a seat. All right, so this one is you're just sitting there on the ground minding your own business, all right? And somebody comes up and they take their right arm and they go around your neck and they try to choke you, all right? So your legs are crossed. Right now, for this one, it's going to be easier if you put your right leg out in front of you. So what's going to happen is the person is behind me and they're grabbing me around my throat, around my neck with their right arm. The very first thing I want you to do is I want you to turn your head a little tiny bit so that you can position your chin into the crook of their elbow so it helps you breathe just a little tiny bit longer. At the same time as you do that, you're going to reach up and you're going to grab onto their sleeve, all right, their shirt. You can grab onto their whole arm if it's just their arm, but if you can get a sleeve or a karate uniform, it's really easy, or some type of tight shirt, all right, you can grab. All right, from here, you're going to pull them over your right shoulder, but you need a little bit of support. Just doing this won't stop the person very much. So what you're going to do is you're going to slide your right foot out behind you, making sure that as you pull, it's really important that as soon as possible, get your knee down because you don't want the person falling on your leg here. So what you're going to do is you're going to push yourself up and roll them over, going up to your knees. All right, so from here, you're minding your own business. They take their right arm, they grab you. You're going to turn your head. You're going to grab their shoulder, their sleeve, pop your foot out, go up to your knees, push the person as hard as you can, and hopefully they should fall or roll or get thrown over your right shoulder onto the ground. Then from there, you can stand up and continue to protect yourself or protect yourself from the ground. So one more time, they're reaching with their right arm. I turn, grab, slide my foot out, push, landing on your knees, using your whole body to push them over. Remember, if somebody is behind you and they're already leaned over this way, it's a little easier to make them fall over than you think. In fact, if you were higher, if you were sitting on a chair and they were choking you, you might not be able to get that same exact type of position. But because they're all the way over trying to grab you down here, they're already a little off balance. So as soon as they grab your sleeve, they kick their foot out and they lean, I'm going to roll or fall over top of that. All right, so remember, it's grab, or look over your shoulder, grab with the right side, kick your foot out, lean, go all the way up to your knees, and that's number 28 self-defense techniques. Now we're going to do number 29 self-defense techniques. Number 29 is another technique where we're on the ground. This time, we're actually going to be laying all the way down the ground. Maybe we're sunning ourselves at the beach or watching the clouds in the sky on a nice day or something. And somebody comes up and they try to threaten you from your feet, all right, from that position. So if I'm laying down just like this and they come towards me, all right, if I look up at them and I see that they're stepping with their left foot, which will be coming towards here, whatever foot they step closer to you with, you're going to kick with that foot. So for right now, we'll just do the right side. You're going to take your right leg, you're going to kick and try to kick them or spear them with your toes right in their hip, maybe groin or stomach, and try to push them backwards. So immediately kick. That foot's going to slide down to the side, and I'm going to hook with my ankle, all right, the back of my heel and my ankle, like I did before on their ankle. At the same time as I put my left foot on their knee, maybe up to the hip if they're not too tall, but really the knee is a good position. So you're going to pull with the bottom foot as you push with this foot, which locks their knee out. So their heel's going to pull, their knee's going to push, it's going to tighten their leg up, they're going to lose their balance, they're going to get pushed backward, it's going to hurt their knee. All right, so one more time. We'll start with the right foot, kick with the right, slide it down to the side, turn it outward. Take your left leg, put it up against the knee as you turn. Now you're going to sit up. I go to my elbow, and I'm going to pull the bottom foot as I push with this foot. And at the same time as I do that, I'm actually going to push up to my knee for most pressure. Then once I'm here, I'm going to put my hands down, use the same foot that's closer, and kick right in the face, like a downward roundhouse kick toward the face. So one more. You're going to lay down. You're going to use your right leg to kick, put it down, this foot up, push on the knee as you pull on the ankle, as you rock yourself up, push all the way. Once you're on your knees, pick your foot up, kick downward just like that. All right, we're going to do it one last time. You're laying down, mind your own business. Kick with the right, hook to the side, push, stand up on your knees, kick. And that's number 29 self-defense techniques. All right, today's challenge is going to be that I want you to do all 4 of your one steps, all right, your 2-hand techniques and your 2 feet techniques. We've done this challenge the last couple weeks. We did 3 hands and 3 feet separately. Last week we did 2 weeks and 2 hands separately. This time I want you to do both your hand techniques, both your feet techniques. So all 4 techniques, 5 times each, and try to get that done in 1 minute. You're going to have to go twice as fast as you were before. I know a lot of people were getting through in 40, 50 seconds, which is good for 2, but now we have to double it up. All right, so you have 4 techniques, number 6 and number 7, hands, number 6 and 7 feet, or 16, 17, or 26, 27. But the hand techniques, the feet techniques, 5 times in 1 minute. Good luck.